Hey, good morning. Blessings and greetings. Come to talk to you all today about loving in spite of. How many of y'all know that God has called us to love? And He didn't call us to love only those who love us, but He has called us to love one another in spite of. He has called us to walk in the spirit of forgiveness and love and peace and joy. These are fruits of the spirit, and God has called us to walk in them. How many of y'all have been through some hurtful things? How many of y'all have once in your life tried to love people so hard to where you almost lost yourself? How many of you know that when you love and meet resistance, that is evidence that that could be evidence that maybe that's not where you're supposed to be. That could be evidence that maybe there is some space that needs to be between you and that person. And I don't care if it's a family member, I don't care who it is. Amen. Because where the Spirit of God is, love is. And if you continue to meet resistance, God didn't say stay there and take that abuse. But I do believe that as the disciples did, you go upon that house and you do what you feel led in your spirit to do. Do it and express the fruits of the Spirit while doing it. And if you meet resistance, don't be discouraged, because as the disciples did and as they were instructed to do, you go upon that house, do my works, my will. And if that house receives you, cool. But if they don't, if that house rejects you, and I'm paraphrasing, shake the dust off your feet and keep it moving, and let your peace return unto you. Don't allow people to steal your peace from you. Amen. Don't allow people to steal the love in your heart that you have for folk. And sometimes when people are offended by your testimony, it is because the offense has come from within. Amen. They are really mad at themselves. And so they need to blame somebody to feel better about it. But how many of y'all know it's less about you and more about them? So I come to tell somebody, be encouraged on today. Love in spite of, because God has called us to love. He has commanded us to love. Amen. Love one another as you love yourself. And sometimes be okay with loving from a distance. It's going to be all right. Let God do the work.